Hi there, Jasper from Yellow Glove Productions. I'm here today with Matt Glover of Matt Glover Photography, who of course you've seen on the previous video and many other videos we've done together. Today we're going to be talking about having a retainer with your videographer and photographer and why it works. So, Matt, shall we discuss?
Excellent.
Shall we discuss just what a retainer is when it comes to video?
Yes. So a retained client is a commitment to working consistently, isn't it, really? So it could be that once every 3 months we get together with clients so that they've got like seasonal content, so constantly available to post on their social media platforms or website, etc., or it could be monthly. But yeah, it's about us learning more about our clients as well. Yeah.
Perfect. I think that's great explanation of it. No, that does. It is, like I said, an agreement to work consistently, which...
Yeah, because I think you build a more consistent story when you're working with the same people. And I found with my clients that they can get in touch with me like last minute and kind of say, are you available on such and such? And they can give me a brief outline of what they need. But because I understand their brand, I take my knowledge of their brand and what they need with me.
So that's a big point I want to go on.
Briefs are always important. However, it's nice that they know that I understand their brand.
That's a big point I wanted to go across as well, is that consistent work helps us to understand clients' brands and, you know, get a grasp on what they want from video, what they want from photos. And even when it's different, like a different event or a different product, service, whatever it is.
But still approach from the same brand point of view, isn't it?
So it's all going to look consistent when you're scrolling through the news feed or through the website. It's all going to look
consistent message.
Yeah, on brand, I think is the word.
Yes. Which again builds know, like, and trust, doesn't it? Really, because when you're looking at it from a point of view of a potential customer, it's that the business or the brand, they know who they are and what they're doing.
That's it.
Yeah.
So, what would you think you'd recommend for a retainer? Where would you start with one? If a client approached you and said, I'd like to do regular work, but I'm not sure how many hours, how many days, I need a month, every 2 months.
Yeah, what's really kind of discussing, I suppose, like a content plan, isn't it, really? And what they need from it. It also depends on what type of business it is. And I mean, some people will need more regular stuff. If you sell food, for example, it might be that your menu changes quite regularly, in which case it might monthly might work better. I think seasonal works. If I was to plan something, I think putting time aside to like photograph and video once every 3 months, I think is a really nice kind of. But it's different for everybody, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a client that has sort of built up credit essentially, and then it means that they can then come to me and say, oh, can we do this, this and this? I check the balance and then, it's all fine because we haven't shot in, say, 3 months or something like that. Then we can work towards planning something.
You're kind of ready to go then, really. It makes it really easy. You haven't got to go through like contracts and kind of like pre-planning or anything like that. It's there ready to just kind of like just focus on the project, really.
So the great thing about retainers as well is it may sound like a big commitment at the start, but at the same time, it's very accessible to smaller businesses all the way to huge corporations.
It is really flexible, yeah, because I work with a lovely lady called Amy Armstrong, and when we first started working together, it was just her, and she's then gone on to build her business at Ninja HR. But it's really nice that she knows that she's got me when she needs me, and I've done about 3 brand shoots with her, so I understand like her very well, and it's very simple when we organise it. Then also I work with a client called Ep1, which is a Leicestershire-based brewery. And yet, again, I've been working with them for about 5 years now, and just like knowing and understanding how their business works, and even the kind of like the colours and the warmness of how I photograph. And I've kind of done that instinctively, but because I do all of their photography, it's all consistent. So if you go into their beer hall, it's like going to an exhibition of mine. But of course, because I've been photographing with them over a long period of time, like they know that like how I photograph, it like suits them. And also I understand the story of the business. So I understand the viewpoint of like how we're kind of celebrating the pubs, for example, and the landlords. And it's all very, very friendly, but very, very down to earth as well.
It takes a bit of work out for the client as well, you know. Sometimes I feel like...
But you're kind of building it together, really. Like there's elements that they don't necessarily know, and you fill the gaps.
Yeah.
And they either like it or they don't like it, and you kind of and you find it.
And I feel with a retainer, you can say, okay, next time let's not do that approach, or let's do more.
Yeah, but this is why
that.
the kind of the collaboration approach really works, I think, because it is about finding the answers together. Yeah. And that's what the package is all about, really, isn't it? It's helping you. It's not just, you're kind of not just asking for something. It's like we're kind of sitting and discussing what's needed, and then kind of showing it how we would present it, and then it kind of forms an approach, then, doesn't it? And brand guidelines at the end of the day.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Brand guidelines. Okay, so now we've talked about what is actually included in a retainer, why it's so good. Probably good to talk numbers as well. Just give an example of some figures.
Jasper likes those.
Yeah. So in terms of numbers then, one example of a retainer would be, so £990 per month, and then you get access to a full day's worth of content. So
is that £990 for video and £990 for photo?
Yeah, so each rather than a combined cost. But and
that's if you're looking for like a day's worth of content per month.
Yeah.
To keep everything really, really fresh.
That's it. So you could use that whole day to do a month's worth of content, or you could save that up per month and, you know,
if you've got an event that was over a couple of days, something maybe.
Or even it could be the case that you do a half day at the start of the month, half day at the end of the month. It could be that you're doing something like a 30-day transformation of whatever part of the business it is. Maybe you're a home builder and you're looking at doing a house renovation. You want that project done at the start and at the end of the month, so you can really see.
Yeah, and it's a good way of a business to kind of commit to consistent content, isn't it? Really.
That's it.
Yeah.
And as I always say, it's a very powerful marketing tool. You're committed to it, so it's you know, you're going to do it. You're going to get that consistent content out, and it's just going to change the way that you market your business.
Retain's the way to go.
So I hope you've learned a lot more about retainers and possibly even thinking about one. If you do have any questions, just feel free to get in touch with myself or Matt through our websites or our social feeds. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye for now.
Bye.